Welcome to our channel. Up to now we have discussed what is operating system, what are different types of operating system, the functions and services of operating system, and different types of system calls. Now we enter into the process concept. Okay. In this process concept, first we will see what is a process, and then the process state diagram, and then process control block. So first one, what is a process? Before going to this process, first I will move to program. What is a program? Program is simply a set of instructions. Program is simply a set of instructions stored in a disk. Set of instructions stored in a disk is called program. And the program is called passive entity. That is, it does not perform any operation. Simply, program is called a passive entity. So it is a passive entity means no resources are utilized. The program does not contain any resources. This is a program, simply a set of instructions stored in disk, that is stored in secondary memory. Program is a passive entity. Program does not use any resources. But come to process. Process is called a program in execution. A program in execution is called a process. That is, once the program is loaded into the memory, once the executable code of the program is loaded into the memory, that is called process. So the program is in execution. That means the program is an active entity. Obviously, the program in execution means it is in main memory. The process is in main memory and is active entity. So to execute a process, it has to use some resources. So utilize the resources. These are the main difference between program and a process. Okay. One of the main differences is the program does not use any resources. Process can utilize the resources. These are the difference between program and a process. Now we said that one point, the process is stored in the main memory. How the process is represented in main memory? Okay, it is clear the difference between program and process. Now we will move to the representation of a process in main memory. Representation of a process in main memory. Okay, see the diagram. Suppose this is the main memory. Here this main memory is divided into 4 sections. This is the main memory. This main memory is divided into 4 sections. One is called text section or code. Either text section or code section. Next one is data section. Next one is heap. Next one is stack. This is the representation of a process in the memory. For example, 0 to some max, the addresses. This is the representation of a process in memory. Now we will discuss each and every one. What is the first one? First one is text section. What this text section contains? This text section contains the current activity. The text section contains the current activity. Who specified the current activity? Remember, always program counter gives address of the next instruction to be executed. So the text section contains the current activity that's specified by the value of the program counter. Program counter specified some value that current activity is placed in the text section, and also the contents of processor register. The contents of processor registers are maintained in the text section. Simply, we are executing the program. For executing the program, we are executing one set of instruction. We are executing this part of the program. That part is placed in the text section. That is the activity which is executed at right now are placed in the text section. Okay. Now data. This data section contains all the global variables and static variables used in the program. The variables, that is the global variables, static variables that are used by that process. The variables that are used by that process are represented in this data section. Global, static represented in this data section. Heap means suppose a program is under execution, it requires some memory. So heap specifies dynamically allocated memory during runtime. That is, during execution we are allocating some memory dynamically. That memory is represented by this heap. See this one. That is, heap specifies the dynamically allocated memory. Finally, the fourth section, stack. The stack contains some temporary variables. Stack contains temporary variables. Temporary variables means simply the function calls. That is, at the time of function we have to store the local variables and return of a function. Suppose in recursion also we have to store the previous call values. All those temporary variables are maintained by this stack. Okay, this is the process representation in main memory. Simply, we are writing a program. The program under execution is called a process. This process contains, suppose we are executing the program, we are executing some part of the code that is placed in text section. Suppose if your program contains global variables, static variables, that is placed at this position. Suppose if your program required some amount of memory during execution, that is required some heap. Suppose if your program wants to store some temporary data, all those are placed in stack. So here program is a program in main memory, that is a program in execution is called process. So you got it? The difference between process and program. Program is called passive entity, process is called active entity. So program does not require any resources, process utilize the resources. Okay, next we will move to process state diagram. Process state diagram.